Hello everyone. This session is Unit 12. Let us know more. In our English subject, we learned so many stories and new invention and invention from the scientist. Learn charity work. So, in our last lecture, we learned about Thomas Alva Edison, and we know his curiosity, we know about his mother's devotion, and so many new words also. Also, we know more things from Mother Teresa, her devotion towards society. So, I think we have to do so many things out of our books, out of our academic syllabus. Yeah, because here is, do you know that addition didn't go to school and her mother taught him at the school. So, let us we know more about other things what he had invented. So let we start our session with Unit 12. Let us know more. In previous knowledge, we already discussed about Mother Teresa, her devotion towards society, then scientist, his invention, Alva Edison. Edison's favorite invention was the phonograph. He regarded it as a toy and designed toys that used the device, including talking dolls and children's pianos. He also invented phonographs. Edison also improved the telephone system that had been invented by Alexander Graham Bell. Thomas Edison invented the electric bell, and it was one of his major inventions. And do you know, while he was trying to invent the electric bulb, he failed a number of times, but he did not give up. And after 100 attempts, try, he got his goal. So, we should never give up. Try and try. We learn from Edison. Invention of phonograph, invention of electric bell. A device called a phone which transmitted sound over a beam of light. The telescope, a device to transmit distance images. Then Bell is also credited with the invention of the metal detector. So here is we know about the invention and the scientist Alexander Graham Bell. Hope everyone read this story from the textbook and learn so many things from his invention and try to make something by making some small thing. We take a baby step by making a craft. It's our first step. Then day by day we will do more things, and at the end we will also get our goal. So today's our topic, we move on our today's topic, and today's topic is our story, and story is Gulliver in the Giant's Land. Here is this fictional story. My dear children, do you know about fictional and non-fictional story? What is the meaning of fictional? What is the meaning of non-fictional? So let we know about fictional and non-fictional. Then we will start our story. And I will also show you the fictional and non-fictional things. So everyone ready for Unit 12? Unit 12. Let us know more. So here is this story, fiction. So what is the meaning of fictional text? Are text made up by an author that are not true. This story, Gulliver's story, after a long time, later on people know that the story was fictional. So here is the fictional story is by an author that are not true. Here is you can see all these images, and then you can know that these are not actually true. Do you know what is the fiction and what is the non-fiction? Let me know. Fiction stories are all made up. All the characters and places come from the author's imagination. Non-fiction writing, on the other hand, is fact-based and informative. Fiction books are written for entertaining readers, and the non-fiction books are written to give more knowledge to the readers. Example of fictions are novels, short stories, history books, autobiography are non-fiction. In fiction, the writer can go along with his or her imagination without any limit. They can elaborate on a plot or character as far as their imagination goes. In non-fiction, the writer has to be straightforward. There is no scope for any imagination. It is actually relocation of the facts. So here is you can understand fiction and non-fiction stories. Let me know it's a difference by this video, and the here is given also definition. Let me know difference between fictional and non-fictional. Fictional and non-fictional difference here is given. First one is in fictional and fiction and non-fictional. literature, but in non-fiction, information. These things made up only imagination. That on second side, non-fiction, true facts. In fiction, entertain readers. But here, read in any order. That illustration, but in non-fiction, teachers, readers, photographs, and text features. In fiction, characters setting, problems solution, and tells a story. Animals can talk in fiction story. We learn and we read so many story fiction that this rabbit can talk. Beginning, middle, ending, three of stage in this fiction. And second style in non-fiction, there are table of contents, photographs, heading, charts, diagrams, labels, caption, index, glossary. So these things, this all the content in non-fiction. So by saying in this difference, we can bifurcate the story in fiction and non-fiction. Now you can understand that which story is fiction and which story is non-fiction. Let me see. It's a by video.
Okay, here's what we are going to do. We count to three. Push me on two. Baby penguins, cute but ruthless. Wow.
Take your little fur ball and fluff off.
You be apologizing, or I'm gonna turn you a new nostril. You calling to come back? I've been here for years, rocking my peers, putting suckers in fear. I'm gonna take this itty bitty girl by storm, and I'm just in war. We're bringing Flossie back, yeah. Little penguins don't know how to act, yeah. Take 'em to the chorus.
But there are plenty of reasons to dance.
What's mine, Pa?
The only way to find out is to try it. Come on, son. Let's shake this world. Eric, it wasn't that bad.
A penguin who can fly.
Eric, please.
The boy seeks a higher truth.
Uncle Ramon,
What's a best friend for if he cannot bring a daddy and his boy together?
what can he do? He's just an ordinary penguin.
Sorry.
Uh-oh. That's not healthy.
Two happy feet.
Happy feet too.
Mamacita!
Come on, you're beautiful.
Only on the outside.
There is a mysterious ritual that dates back thousands of years. No living creature has survived, except the penguin. They have wings, but cannot fly. They're birds that think they're fish. And every year, they embark on a nearly impossible journey to find a mate. For 20 days and 20 nights, the emperor penguin will march to a place so extreme, it supports no other life. harshest place on earth, love finds a way. This is the incredible true story of a family's journey to bring life into the world. March of the Penguins.
In the previous video, we at first saw a trailer of a movie in which penguins were talking and playing, which we know in real life it is not possible. So it is based on imagination, and that is why it is called fiction. And then later on, we saw a video from National Geography in which we learned about life of penguin, and it was based on real life experience, and according of that is known as non-fiction. Here is we start our lesson. Unit Activity 3, page number 108. Gulliver in the Giant's Land. So here is Gulliver's travels in 4 voyages. Here is given 4 voyages of travels of Gulliver's. But in our lesson, only one part taken. So we will read and enjoy this part from the page number 108, Gulliver in the Giant's Land. At first, my dear student, I want to tell you about Gulliver. Let us know about Gulliver. Gulliver in the Giant Land. This story is an exact which means a only part of a whole other story. The main story's name is A Voyage to Lilliput. Do you know what voyage means? Voyage means journey. There are total 4 parts of the whole Gulliver story. Which one we seen? Each part of the 4 contains a story about adventure occurring at the place Gulliver traveled to. So here is given 4 part of the travel. Gulliver travels, but here is only one part taken. So in each story, Gulliver is the protagonist, means the hero, positive character, and the antagonist keep changing according to the story. This story contains the adventure journey of Gulliver to these different places as a mentioned above, and about the time he spent there. The original title of this Gulliver story was Travels into Several Remote Nations of the World, and written by Jonathan Swift. So, now you can understand, you can clear the character in your mind. So, let me start. Page number 108, Gulliver in the Giant's Land. I am a Gulliver, a sailor. Everyone read with me, all my dear children. Okay? I am Gulliver, a sailor. I have visited many strange islands. Once I visited an island of dwarfs called Lilliput. It was a giant among the Lilliputians. Then landed on an island of giants where I was a dwarf. Let me tell you about my experience about the island of giants. I was trying to find a gap in the hedge when I discovered one of the giants in the next field walking towards the fence. I was struck with fear and ran to hide myself. He called in a voice much louder than a trumpet. It sounded like a thunder. 7 monsters like him came towards the field, ready to rip the corn. So here is this story. We started in this story so many new words. So at first we discuss these new words. One is giant, monster, strange, odd looking, gap means hole, hedge means fence, then drop, a tiny man. Then to discover means to find out. Then trumpet, a musical instrument like a vocal. My dear children, we started our activity 3, Gulliver in the Giant's Land. We read this paragraph also. We started and we will know more about him and from this story in our next lecture. Before complete this lecture, at we first we discuss little bit new words also. Giant, monster, strange, odd looking, then thunder, loud noise, then to reap, to harvest, to gather crops, to approach, to come near. Here is we complete our session. Rest of story we will do in our next lecture.